So 2007, the opportunity came to lead what was a new organisation in the country, called the Technology Strategy Board at the time, now called Innovate UK. And that opportunity to be the first chief exec of a new government-funded organisation, I found very appealing, and I had a terrific 8 years at Innovate UK Technology Strategy Board, and have no regrets whatsoever for moving.
And what were the highlights then?
I guess two different dimensions of highlights, and one was actually getting involved in other sectors. So the aerospace industry was wonderful. It was great. I've always thought it was very special. You suddenly realised the transferable skills that went from aerospace into healthcare, into energy, into automotive. Just to see those transferable skills. I remember my first 4 weeks, the Technology Strategy Board. I had two meetings. One was up in Glasgow, actually, on some work related to the prediction of blood flows through prevention of blood clots in the brain and things. And hey, lo and behold, they were using Airbus A380 software to predict the flow of blood. And then had a second conversation with Lloyd's Register, and then from an insurance point of view, and they were very much looking at the their predictive techniques for storms and things like that. And again, lo and behold, it was, you'll be using aviation kind of software to do that. So that recognition that actually aerospace, there were a lot of transferable skills that could go into there, and bring my experience and learn back in the other direction, see what that was happening in other sectors, how that came back. That was a real highlight. And I guess
that software was presumably aviation software to do with what, modeling the airflows over
modeling the airflows, was exactly the same kind of specification requirement that was needed to predict the flow of blood through the various veins leading up into the brain. And I mean, it was just fascinating. It was almost serendipity that within those first few weeks, here I was in two completely different sectors, but hearing the same kind of technology side of things. But no, the highlight was kind of getting to know and to understand the different sectors. And I mean, from a tech point of view, again, those transferable skills that kind of, Tech UK technology has applications right across those different sectors to see how where you could learn from one sector into another, apply it into another. That was a highlight. And the other highlight was I guess a slightly different look at things, but it was aerospace does tend to be driven by the large companies. And my exposure to the innovation, the entrepreneurial, the small business sector, whether that be on the tech side, whether it be on other ideas, that exposure to the startup community, the enterprise hubs, the networks in which they operated, the challenges they have, both from a financial and a delivery point of view, the cultural differences. And so to spend 7 or 8 years immersed in that kind of innovation entrepreneurial community was amazing as well.